Miracles of Al-Quran and As-Sunnah, the prophetic miracle behind the prohibition of keeping dogs. From Abdullah bin Umar radhiyallahu anhuma, may Allah be pleased with them both, the Prophet shallallahu, alaihi wasallam, peace be upon him, said, "Whoever keeps a dog, except a dog for guarding livestock or a hunting dog, 2 qirāṭs will be deducted from his good deeds every day." Ḍāriyan, meaning a hunting dog. Agreed upon by Al-Bukhari and Muslim. In the teachings of the Prophet shallallahu, alaihi wasallam, peace be upon him, we consistently find benefits, preventive measures, and protection for ourselves. For he was immensely compassionate and merciful toward us, as stated in Allah's description of his character. He is kind and merciful to the believers. Quran, at-Tawbah, 128. There has come to you, O Arabs, a messenger from among your own selves and from your lineage, who is an Arab like you. What is difficult for you is difficult for him. He is concerned about you, calling you to have faith in your Lord, and he is kind and compassionate with the believers. Surah at-Tawbah ayat 128. Thus, the Prophet shallallahu, alaihi wasallam, peace be upon him, desired goodness and health for us. For this reason, he prohibited keeping dogs, deemed them impure creatures, and warned humanity against them. Scientists have uncovered many facts about dogs, including the latest findings from modern research. In one groundbreaking study conducted by researchers at the University of Munich, it was proven that keeping dogs at home increases the risk of breast cancer. The study revealed that 80% of women who suffered from breast cancer were those who kept dogs in their homes and had constant contact with them. While they found that people who keep cats are not infected with this type of cancer, this is due to the significant similarity between breast cancer and dogs and humans. Scientists discovered a virus that attacks both humans and dogs simultaneously, and it can sometimes transmit from dogs to humans. This virus plays a primary role in the development of this cancer. They observed that women in Western countries are far more likely to develop breast cancer compared to women in Eastern countries. When they investigated the fundamental differences between these two groups, they found that women in the West commonly keep spoiled dogs in their homes, while in Eastern nations, it is rare for women to keep dogs. In another study, scientists discovered that dogs carry breast cancer-causing viruses, known as MMTV, mouse mammary tumor virus. When humans interact closely with dogs, these viruses easily transfer to the human body. This is only a fraction of what is known. The harmful effects of close contact with dogs are indeed immense. Scientists have uncovered elements in dogs' saliva, blood, and fur that serve as breeding grounds for bacteria and viruses. Notably, cats do not carry these viruses. From this, dear reader, we may now understand why the Nabi Rama, the mercy-filled prophet, peace be upon him, prohibited his followers from keeping dogs inside their homes and restricted their role to outdoor guarding. He even commanded his followers to wash a vessel 7 times, one of which must be with soil, if a dog drinks from it. Subhanallah, glory be to Allah. Key takeaways. 1. Cats versus dogs. Unlike dogs, cats do not transmit the viruses linked to breast cancer. 2. Cultural differences. Higher breast cancer rates in the West correlate with dog ownership, uncommon in Eastern societies. 3. Prophetic wisdom. The Prophet's prohibition and hygiene guidelines, for example, washing vessels with soil, align with modern scientific findings on disease prevention. 4. Divine protection. The prohibition reflects Allah's mercy in safeguarding human health through prophetic teachings. Subhanallah, the wisdom of Islamic teachings continues to resonate with scientific discoveries centuries later. Why do non-believers like to keep dogs? Greater than an evil soul is inclined toward evil matters. As Shaykh Abdullah ibn Umar, may Allah have mercy on him, said, among the wisdom of Allah is his statement, evil women are for evil men. Quran, an-Nur, 26. This is why disbelievers love dogs, even though dogs are the filthiest of animals. Yet, those people are attached to them because evil souls are drawn to evil things. Sharh Hakik-ul-Sham, page 51. Regarding the prohibition of keeping dogs, Abu Hurairah reported that the Prophet said, "Whoever keeps a dog, except for guarding livestock, hunting, or farming, loses a qirāṭ of his reward daily." Muslim, 1575. At-Tibi explained that a qirāṭ is equivalent to the size of Mount Uhud. Fath al-Bari, 3149. Ibn Umar narrated that the Prophet said, "Whoever keeps a dog not for guarding livestock or hunting loses 2 qirāṭs from his rewards daily." Bukhari, 5480. Muslim, 1574. Permissible uses of dogs are limited to 3 purposes. 1. Hunting. 2. Guarding livestock. 3. Guarding crops. Dogs are also considered wicked animals that may be killed. Isha reported the Prophet said, 5 harmful creatures may be killed even in the sacred state: ram, the mouse, scorpion, kite, hawk, crow, and the rabid dog. Bukhari, 3314. Muslim, 1198. A Muslim should not imitate disbelievers by running with dogs, touching their mouths, or kissing them, as this risks spreading diseases. Alhamdulillah, we are blessed with this perfect Sharia, which aims to reform both our faith and worldly lives. Yet, most people remain unaware. Wallahu alam. The wisdom behind prohibitions in Islamic law. Many nations have perished due to violating divine laws out of ignorance and injustice. Allah the Exalted says, "Indeed, I presented to the heavens, the earth and to the mountains the obligation to adhere to religion and guarding of wealth and secrets. They all refused to bear the obligation, fearing the outcome of doing so, but the human accepted to carry it. Indeed, the human is oppressive to himself and ignorant of the outcome of carrying such a burden." Quran, Surah Al-Ahzab 33:72. Sheikh Abdurrahman ibn Isar as-Sadai commented, Allah emphasizes the gravity of a trust he entrusted to responsible beings, fulfilling his commands and avoiding his prohibitions, whether in secret or openly. In reality, most people find abstaining from prohibitions more challenging than fulfilling obligations, even though logic suggests the opposite. Leaving prohibitions should theoretically be easier, as it requires no active effort, unlike fulfilling commands. However, abandoning forbidden matters conflicts with base desires. In contrast, fulfilling obligations generally aligns with human inclinations. This is why Allah grants immense rewards and praises those who restrain their desires. Some scholars even assert that prohibitions are weightier than commands, as there is no concession for violating prohibitions, whereas obligations are performed according to one's capacity. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "When I forbid you from something, abandon it completely. But when I command you to do something, fulfill it as best as you can." Bukhari and Muslim. This aligns with the saying of some early scholars, shallallahu, righteous deeds are performed by both the pious and the sinful, but only the sincere in faith can truly abandon sins. Imam ibn Qayyim, may Allah have mercy on him, stated, "The foundation of Islamic law is built upon wisdom and the welfare of creation in this life and the hereafter." The entirety of Islamic law embodies justice, mercy, benefit, and wisdom, since Islamic law comprises both commands and prohibitions. Its restrictions are likewise rooted in profound wisdom and benefit. The objectives of Islamic law include 1. Preservation of religion, such as prohibiting apostasy. 2. Preservation of life, such as prohibiting unlawful killing. 3. Preservation of intellect, such as prohibiting intoxicants. 4. Preservation of lineage, such as prohibiting adultery. 5. Preservation of wealth, such as prohibiting theft. These principles reflect how Islamic prohibitions safeguard essential human interests, ensuring balance and righteousness in individual and societal life. Considering that prohibitions are established upon wisdom and benefit, violating them and committing sins inevitably lead to harm in both this world and the hereafter. These very actions destroy past nations. Was it not sin that caused Adam and Eve to be expelled from the bliss of paradise to a world filled with suffering and sorrow? Was it not sin that led to the drowning of the people of Noah, with water engulfing even the mountain peaks? Reflect on the thunderous calamity that annihilated the people of Thamud, the rain of stones, the upheaval of the earth that overturned the people of Lot, the fiery clouds that destroyed the people of Shu'aib, and the demise of tyrants like Pharaoh, all consequences of their sins. A person cannot be considered truly God-conscious muttaqi if they persist in violating divine prohibitions, even if they diligently fulfill religious obligations, for the essence of taqwa lies in obeying Allah's commands and abstaining from his prohibitions. A hallmark of a God-conscious individual is avoiding ambiguous matters, subat, actions whose permissibility or prohibition is unclear. This is because indulging in the ambiguous risks unknowingly falling into the forbidden. If even doubtful matters are to be abandoned, then outright prohibitions must be avoided with even greater urgency. As the Prophet, peace be upon him, said, "What is lawful is clear, and what is unlawful is clear. Between them are matters that are ambiguous, which many people do not recognize. Whoever guards against doubtful matters safeguards their faith and honor. But whoever indulges in doubtful matters will eventually fall into the unlawful, like a shepherd grazing livestock near a restricted zone, risking trespass. Know that every king has a domain, and Allah's domain is his prohibitions." Bukhari and Muslim. Thus, true piety demands vigilance not only against the explicitly forbidden but also against the uncertain, ensuring one's faith and integrity remain untainted. Indeed, the totality of religion lies in fulfilling obligations, abandoning prohibitions, and abstaining from doubtful matters. Umar ibn Abdulaziz said, "Piety toward Allah is not defined by night prayers, daytime fasting, or combining both. Rather, piety is fulfilling what Allah has made obligatory and abandoning what he has forbidden." He further stated, "I wish I could limit myself to performing only the 5 daily prayers and paying zakat without giving even a single dirham in extra charity, fasting Ramadan without fasting a single day beyond it, and completing the obligatory Hajj without performing it again. Then, I would devote all my remaining strength to restraining myself from what Allah has forbidden." The shield protecting a servant from the forbidden is consciousness of Allah, taqwa. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "Be conscious of Allah wherever you are. Follow a wrong deed with a good one to erase it, and interact with people through noble character," reported by At-Tirmidhi and Ahmad. Imam Ibn Rajab remarked, "Perfect taqwa encompasses fulfilling obligations, abandoning prohibitions and doubtful matters, and may extend to performing recommended acts, sunnah, and avoiding disliked ones, makruh. This is the highest level of taqwa." Summarized from the book A Glimpse of Wisdom Behind Prohibitions in Islamic Law by Abu Faris and Nuri, Mijat Tabi'ah. This profound reflection underscores that true devotion transcends ritual acts. It demands unwavering adherence to divine boundaries and a heart anchored in mindfulness of Allah.